For a lot of young men out there, developing self-confidence is what is stopping us from reaching our goals and really getting to live our dream lives. Self-confidence is the magnet that draws in opportunities and success into our lives. It's the assurance in our abilities to tackle challenges that life comes with. For us young men navigating the complexities of today's world, the courage to be able to face challenges head-on is one of the most important traits one can build. But first of all, you need to ask yourself, what are the things that you continue doing that's actually destroying your self-confidence? Come on now, don't lie to yourself. We all have things we do that we may or may not know about, which is keeping us from reaching our full potential. Now, if you want to find out what are the things that you have been doing wrong, you may want to stick around till the end to see the things that you have been doing the opposite ways this whole time. I know most of you will not even make it to have the video because our TikTok brains have already been fried by short form content. But if you are trying to evolve as a human being, you must have an attention span. If you can't pay attention to nothing, there is no way you can go from A to B. Do not be like those scrolling zombies that scroll from morning till they fall asleep. Then the next morning, they keep the cycle on repeat again and again and again. So, if you don't want to be like them, it just makes sense not to be doing what they are doing. So now, let's dive into some of the most practical strategies you can implement to boost your self-confidence and actually become the best version of yourself. First step, define your values. First thing first, you need to fully define your values. Know who you are and what makes you unique. Meaning, what makes you different from everyone else, which is a very important step to conquering yourself and actually achieving confidence. Self-confidence comes from understanding that you are unique, and out of 8 billion people on the planet, nobody can be 100% like you. You are different from everyone else, and there is nobody that can be better than you at being yourself, which I think is very powerful in itself. Take a time to reflect on your values, passions, and aspirations. You must have a clear direction. See, having a clear direction provides you with a sense of purpose and motivation to work towards your goals, therefore laying the foundation for your self-confidence to flourish. Step 2. Embrace your strengths and weaknesses. Embracing who you are as an individual is one of the main keys if you want to be confident in yourself. You have to recognize your unique strengths and talents. And do not say you don't have one, because everyone does. You just need to find it. Like we said before, it's about knowing your values and passions, but at the same time acknowledge your weaknesses and the areas you need to improve without being too harsh on yourself, because sometimes being overly critical of yourself can be harmful to your self-confidence. Remember that nobody is perfect and everyone is just trying to do what is right for them. So work on yourself and know that growth comes from acknowledging and working towards your shortcomings. And also, you have to be consistent, because like a wise man once said, a jack of all trades is a master of nothing. Do not start something without finishing it, because if you continue living your life like that, always starting new things, then be like, oh, this is hard, and then you jump to the next thing, you will never be good at anything. So keep that in mind. When you decide something, it means you have to first finish that before starting anything else, because deciding means cutting yourself from anything else and doing what you said you're gonna do. So before deciding something, you really need to sit down and think through your decisions very clearly. Which leads us to the third step. You need to step out of your comfort zone. Staying in your comfort zone is one of your biggest enemies. It will forever keep you in the same cycle. Because think about it, if you are comfortable in where you are at in life, it means you don't have to improve anything. And self-confidence comes from constantly challenging yourself into doing hard things, doing things that you don't want to do. Your subconscious mind is always looking for an easy way out. But I'm sorry to tell you, there is no easy way out. Because if it was easy, everyone will have it, and it will be worth nothing. That's why we have lack. If there is no lack of something, it's worth nothing. For example, like oxygen. If it was a resource that was hard to find, like gold and diamond, people will be selling it, and you will have to work so hard to be able to afford it, because you need it to breathe. The same goes for all the other things that are hard to get. That's the only reason it's worthy of pursuing. We have to challenge ourselves beyond our comfort zone, take calculated risks, and embrace your new experience, even if they feel intimidating at first. Because when we start new things, it's always hard at the beginning, because it's unfamiliar to us, which is normal. Note that each step you take outside of your comfort zone contributes to your personal development and improve self-confidence. Step 4. Practice self-compassion. We have to practice constructive criticism, but also remember we need to be kind to ourselves, especially in moments of failures. Making mistakes is a natural part of the learning process. Instead of always worrying about past failures, we need to focus on our victories. And for our failures, we need to think more about coming up with a solution to the problem, because focusing on the problem in itself does not help us with nothing, but bring more negativity into our lives. And negative vibes is something that we need to stay away from. So learn from your mistakes, use it as a tool to do better next time. Treat yourself in the same compassion as you would do for your best friend, because you are your best friend. No one should love you more than yourself. I like this quote that says, "Will you be rather at war with the world and peace with yourself, or war with yourself and peace with the world?" And I think all of us would rather be at war with the world and peace with ourselves. But for some people, they are always trying to please others, and in the process they fuck themselves over. So do not be like that. I know it sounds kind of selfish, but people will always take advantage of your kindness if you let them. You need to always prioritize your well-being, then you can help others. Step 5. Take care of your physical well-being. Look, my friend, staying in shape is a very important step to building self-confidence. You must take care of your body. You need to have an exercise routine, whether it's at home or by applying for a gym membership. See, for beginners, you don't really need a gym. You can do like 60 push-ups every morning for 1 week. Then the next week you do like 70 or 80. Then from there you just keep going up. But also know that you have to be consistent with it. If you start it and then you stop, all you have gained will just disappear, and you will have to start from zero again. The key to maintaining your physique is by constantly training every single day. Try to prioritize your self-care activities, and also get a proper sleeping routine. Try to go to bed early so you can wake up early and do the things you are supposed to do. Going to bed early is important for a lot of reasons. For example, before actually falling asleep, you can think about how your day went, things you did right and things you did wrong. It also helps you plan for the next day with a clear mindset. Don't watch your phone until you fall asleep, because when you wake up the next morning, you don't really have time to think sharply about what you are going to do for the day. So you just continue doing whatever you did the day before, which is very bad for your self-development. So by 10 p.m. put your phone away and go to bed. Developing self-confidence is a journey that requires patience and self-awareness. By having a clear definition of your values, you can unleash your full potential and confidently navigate the challenges of young adulthood. Just remember, self-confidence comes from within. If you dedicate your life to always getting the better version of yourself, you can cultivate the self-assurance needed to thrive in all areas of your life. If you found this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe for future self-development videos just like this one.